Hello, Justice, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, you're back up. I can hear
All
you.
right. Sorry, it appears I was frozen. Um, can you still hear me?
Yes, you're heard.
All right, but unfortunately, okay, is my video moving? I don't
No,
think
it's
so.
not, but you're heard clearly.
All right, so it's okay. I think I can go ahead with audio then. All right, so good evening, everyone, once again. So sorry about the network glitch at this point in time, but we're so grateful that either by network or not, God's name will be glorified. Once again, it's good to see many people who are joining from far and near, those in Lagos, outside of Lagos, and even by extension, outside of Nigeria. Thank you all for joining in this evening's devotional. And gradually we're sliding into one of the very important parts of this devotional. And I am very excited and honored to even lead us into this segment. The reason is because many years ago, while I was still in secondary school, to be precise, I met this family who were very close to me at that point in time. 2002, my mom just became a disciple. And upon that time, this wonderful woman, who looked like an American, very different from every other person, and she would come visit all the way to the very little colony that we're in, if you imagine where we were then, but she would come in. And that felt like the most exciting aspect of our life then, just to see, how do I put it? Just to see an English woman, just to see Oyibo come and visit us. Neighbors will be looking around. When have these people grown to this level of inviting Oyibo to their house, even in this tiny place? But interestingly, she began discipling my mom so many years, and before we moved back to Port Harcourt. And I also learned a lot. And in that case, yes, Oyibo Pepe, yes. In that case, we also grew a lot. And in 2016, while I had finished my NYSC some years back, or a few months down the line, I was invited to come serve in campus ministry. I came wholeheartedly to serve. But thankfully, I have worked with this family, for the past 5 years, and counting. They have been amazing. They have been wonderful. They have been so interesting to work with, and sorry, please hold on. I think with this network stuff, I might have to switch to another phone. Please hold on. Please hold. Kindly unmute your band. Yes. Hello. Can you all hear me, please?
Yes, you're heard.
All right. Thank you so much. So like I was saying, I'm very delighted, to do this introduction at this point. I might not go into details because, many of us might have a lot to share. Please, can I get a feedback? Is Uncle Manuel here, please? I want to hear his voice.
I was born here.
Awesome.
They're not born there where?
Is Auntie Aneta here too? Please, I want to hear her voice.
I don't think she's online. She went to visit a young widow. Someone just got widowed, and she had to go visit. Yeah.
All right. All right, so we're going to continue, but then thankfully this is recorded. So at this point in time, something very striking. For me, it feels like a tornado. For me, it feels like a major hit. Being a geologist, I can start using some geological words to explain this. But just to keep it very simple, for many of us who may not be aware, it was announced at the NCR, held last at Ibadan, that the MS, would no longer be leading the campus young professional ministry. They've been moved to another region, which is the Ikeja region. And by that, today actually happens to be their very last, meeting officially as leaders of campus young professional ministry. I mean, this saddens my heart a whole lot. This brings so much tears to my eyes, because I didn't see it coming. If you've known the meetings we have on campus staff, you know that he always will tell us that this group will keep shrinking. This group will keep reducing. We don't know who is next, who will be moved. It's either you go or you stay and pay. Either ways, lots of things he has said. Under his watch, many leaders have been raised, not just in Lagos, but even outside of Lagos. Under his watch, a lot of other campus ministries have grown. Under his watch, influences have been made even across Africa. Currently there is SWAT in the French-speaking country. There is almost SWAT even in Eastern Africa. A lot of people, a lot of campus people are really plugging into the leadership of the MS, and I just want to hold it here because I strongly believe that every one of us have had one or two things or impact made in your life through these couples. So at this point in time, I know that we have a little, video to show, of them. And afterwards, I'm going to open up the line, for every one of us, as many as possible, who would want to share about the impact of these great couples in your life, and even by extension to people around you. Interestingly, they are not just involved in people's life directly, but they even go to the extent of their extended families. That is how much it is. So much to say about them. I'm going to keep it here as simple as I can, while we watch the video and progressively have others to share about them. So please, the media team.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. 'cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. 'Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, clap along if you. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Please, host, can you unmute Timothy?
All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for staying up with us to be able to work through that. You know, it's tough, it's sad, it's difficult, it's challenging. But at this point, I know that a lot of us, I know that there is a little to what videos can do. Videos may not capture what you have in your mind. Video may not capture your expression. Video may not capture what you have to say. But at this point, we're going to be through opening up the line for as many who would want to give a living tribute. That is what we're doing at this point. Today is actually, regarded as living tribute for the MS. Sorry, I mean my voice went down because it's pretty tough. Yeah, it's difficult, but hey, it is what it is. I am most grateful that this is coming up now, not in death. It's not that we lost them or we are losing them in death, but it's just that they are moving to another ministry. They've been parents to us for so many years. There are so many faces I've seen here who I've worked with in the past, and they can attest to their leadership. So the line will be opened up at this point for as many who want to share about the impact of the MS in their life. Absolutely, that is what this evening is all about. There'll be no preaching. The preaching would be a gratitude to the MS for all they have done for you and for me, even in the course of our Christian journey as disciples. So please, I'll open up the line. Please, everyone have 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes to be able to share. If you want to share, kindly raise your hand so that I'll be able to use the raise your hand icon to call you up to share one after another. All right? Thank you so much. So I'm going to be looking at the raise your hand icon to see as many who would be willing to share. So, all right. So first on my list is Patrick Smart. So Smart, you have the floor. Kindly share. 2 minutes, please. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Yes, good evening. I can hear you. Yeah, good evening.
Okay. Really, right? Well, first of all, when I heard the news, I'll say I felt something is leaving campus ministry. I felt we are losing a father. I felt we are losing someone.
All right.
Who is hello? Hello?
Sorry, Smart, please hold on. Let us please put on our videos. Exactly. Let us please put on our videos just so that we'll be able to relate with one another. We can see each other's eyes. We can relate with you. And then in case you're having network glitches, just let me know. I can move you to the next, to the next time so you could share. And also let's be also reminded that the sharing is not just about Uncle Manuel, it's Uncle Manuel and Auntie Henrietta. All right. So they are husband and wife, and their impact has been amazing. So
Okay. Well, can you hear me now, Justice?
very clear. I can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity given to me to share this evening. Actually, I'm so grateful. I want to say Mr. Eme and Ms. Ereta has been a father and a mother. They are not just ministers. They are not just pastors. They are not just leading the campus. They are, they fathered us. I felt they gave us what some of us couldn't get from our homes, what we couldn't get from our fathers, from our mother. For me particularly, I felt they gave me that, and that has kept me. That's still keeping me, even where I am here in Aba. That is keeping me, and I'm still. And sometimes I remember some advice from him, and I like, wow, like I still have to think about those advice and then make good use of those advice. So I want to say they are very Auntie Eme and Uncle Eme, we are going to miss you. I'm going to miss you, even though I'm not in campus right now. I'm already missing you where I am, but I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss Auntie Ereta. I want to say that you guys have been so great in my life, like my life. Mr. Emmanuel Eme, I'm so grateful for the times we spent together, for the times we met at the restaurant, the discussion, everything. Auntie Ereta, thank you for for the advice, the calls when I was not around, and those times you just say some advice, as those things goes long. I'm super. I'm just grateful. I wish I can do more than this, but right now, because of others, I'm so grateful. But so we are going to miss you guys. I just want you to know that you are forever in our hearts. You are forever in my heart. Where I land, you are in Ikeja, and definitely we'll always see. So I'm really grateful for your time in the ministry in campus, and we are really grateful. I'm super excited. I'm grateful for all the contributions you make in campus ministry, the sponsorship of every event, how you work tirelessly just to make sure everything comes out well, and it's always wow. So we really appreciate you, sir. We are not sending you off, because we still know that we'll still be calling you. You are still our father, and you are still our mother, Mr. Ireta. So just know that wherever you are, you still have children in campus. Don't forget us. Thank you very much, Mr. Justice. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Smart. Your messages were well received, I do hope. So I'm going to leave it up to Nathaniel Afamo to share.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Nathaniel Afamo. I'm speaking from Uyo. First of all, I want to thank the leadership of Campus Ministry for giving me this privilege, to be in this platform this evening and to share. I will just go straight to the point. I just want to share about Uncle Eme and Auntie Ereta. For me, when I heard this, it was like a shock to me because I didn't see it coming, But hey, I take it with faith. I just want to say that Uncle Emmanuel Eme is a great man. He's an iconic man. He's someone is irreplaceable. He's someone that is his style of leadership is key, and he knows how to teach. He's a preacher. He's a teacher. He's a giver. He's someone that loves God. He's a shepherd. He's someone that touched many lives. I personally am a beneficiary of that. I've learned a lot from him. Sometimes just sit down, watch him, how he, just put things together, and name it anything, he can do it. Is it singing? Is it preaching? Is it drawing? Is he putting things together? And I keep wondering, what kind of person is this that God, give these numerous talents? But I just want to say that, Uncle Eme, thank you so much. I've learned a lot from you over the time in campus. I remember I got my admission in university, and how I was integrated into campus, and how you were there for me, hanging there. So many things you've done. If you permit me, I'll keep saying some of those things. I remember when we went for sports in National Stadium, we went to play football, and they stole my bag. And just to see how you rally around, raise up money, and I was able to get another bag. Even while I was in school in LASU, how you've been there encouraging me. In fact, one of my projects, I acknowledge you in my project that you're one of my great mentors. Some of the pictures I have with you was so amazing and superb. And Cheretta is very, very caring. She's a mother. She's just there. Sometimes we come for D group. You see how Cheretta will just go into the kitchen, prepare things. She's there to encourage us and all that. I could remember all the several hangouts we've gone to. Is it the Abekuta, Ukishakpati? Is it the Lekki Resorts? Is it the Ikongosi and this place that we went on the island? So many symposiums you took us to, and some events you took us to just to expose us, to leadership. And right now, that is one of the things that have paved way in our life. And for me, I'm really, really excited that I came from campus ministry. If you look at it, if I didn't come through this platform, maybe I wouldn't have been here. Maybe I would have been here doing this. But you gave the platform and you raised us up. The likes of myself, Keme, Tuchiku, Shola, Justice, Rotimi, Pele, and so on. We just want to say thank you. For me, I'm super grateful for the my life you've touched. For Auntie Ereta, I'm just super grateful. There's no much time to talk more, but I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. God will continue to bless you and reward you. And even though as you move to Ikeja, I know many lives too will be touched, because that's not the end. You're still going there to touch more lives. And I just want to say thank you so much, and to God be the glory. God bless you all.
All right, so thank you so much. So next on my list would be Sheifumi Pakabumba. All right, so while Shei is trying to come up, so can we have Keme Anota?
Okay, sorry.
Okay, Shei, go ahead.
All right, sorry, we don't have light, so my video is dark. Sorry about that. I know since I got the news, I've been it's been an emotional time for me, and as I'm even talking, I'm shedding tears because I don't know, I can't really put words to how I feel, but I'm grateful for Auntie Ereta and Okeme in my life and my family. I'm so thankful because Auntie Ereta, she's a mother, she's a friend, and she's a mentor. She loves, and without her saying it, you can feel the love. If it's something that you can tell, you can, because she has been there all the time. When you're sick, Auntie Ereta is there with you in the hospital. And I remember when I put to bed and I had complication, I know later I was not aware of what was going on, but later the nurse, one of the nurses, she called me that woman that was with you, is it your family member? I'm like, no, she's not my family. She's my mentor. We're like, wow, that she was surprised because she was just, that was in blood, and she doesn't mind, she doesn't care. She was using her hand to pack the blood and just to cover me up. That shows everyone around could see how she was there for me. And uncle, you are a father, you are a friend, you are down to earth, you go all the way to relate, you as in the way you mingle and the way you relate with people, you come down to people's level. I know I'm in tears, I can't still process it, like I'm blank. Sometimes I just want to do as if it's not there, but it's there. But I'm so grateful. I'm thankful for you guys in our lives, my family, and this is Konito today. Big running around. We are great. Thank you so much. I know you touched our life in so many ways. Is it giving us food? Is it just there are a lot of things, but I'm just thankful. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Shay, for the sharing. So let's hear from Keme Anata.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Keme Anota. About the MS have been um, a living example of what I'll call our modern day Paul. You know, follow their example as they follow the example of Christ. And I really appreciate them for their selfless and practical life of discipleship. In case we don't know, I just want to say this. For those of us who work with staff, you probably know this. The MS are the only couple that I know. I know that their phone network synchronized. In case you want to call Mr. MS and and it's going to go into a voicemail, maybe it's offline or unreachable. Instead of going to a receiver, it goes to either instead. For me, I would say they are a couple that is heaven match. They are a great example to look up to and relate. It's been a practical leader, not by but they also very very given. I know as staff or campus ministry generally, we've done serious damage to their teaching. I know for one, I have, and the likes of the Oppo and then the other brothers in the house, that we usually visit their home. And and they will give willingly and they will give selflessly. Um, 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 I'm gonna say they touched my life in a great deal. I'm sure they don't know this, but for me, their move to campus ministry as I when they moved was actually life was a moment for me because it was just about them. Uh, I again admission to you like when they moved. So the whole move and vibe we brought, they are full of energy, especially on Kumaro. you know, plus his energy source too. But I know it's God, and I know God will also be with him and his wife and children, even as they go lead by example, like they always do, even in the Keja church. And so it's been a blessing personally. I know Nathaniel mentioned some of the things we've experienced with them. That's and grow, just come and max. It helped me really Keme I used to be before we or I have encountered with. You know, there's that huge, that margin, that's great positive impact of them, you know, in their life and in the method of which they lead the people they get to lead. So, like one of us said, they've been a father figure, a parent actually, you know, to the entire campus, you know, to the intern. And I say one love, it is their move is what it is. But I know God is with them all the way, and God will always be with them, even as they live in a positive way in Kenya Church. I really don't have much to say, but I say thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all that you have done in my own life, directly and even indirectly. And I pray God will surely bless and reward in the Lord, not be in vain. Thank you all. God bless.
All right, thank you so much.
I hope I'm being heard. Hello.
Yes, I mean, I tried to hear you.
Okay, thank you.
So I think I'll also use that to encourage that people who may want to speak at this point, kindly, you know, just be audible a lot more, just so that even if with the recording, whoever would listen to it afterwards, they really hear you clearly. So sorry, please, I'm going to push down the format for calling of names now, please. I'm going to call on Daniel Okioma to share at this point. So Daniel. Yes, Daniel, you can go ahead and speak. All right, so while Daniel is trying to... Okay, good evening.
Okay, I'm here. Sorry, my video is a little bit down. Okay. I'm so excited to be sharing or talking about the MX. For me, they have impacted my life so much. I mean, what I am today and what I'm even aspiring to be in future, I can single-handedly attribute it to them. What am I saying? I know I was in campus for about 8 years ago. I know when I had my last study, I mean, the course, counted the course study with Mr. Eme. I know how that study went. And I know till tomorrow, that study still reigns in my mind. I know the time before I even studied Bible, how he actually helped me to boost, to increase my self-esteem. I know some of you that know me when I was in campus, I was that kind of person that is shy. I can't I'm not that kind of person that face the crowd, I can do a lot of things. But because of their teaching, because of their courage, I know, look at me now, I'm running and doing my business and I'm doing very well. And I went to Abuja, a lot of their study, what they actually helped me out. To believe in myself, that courage, I really, really can't forget that. They impacted my life. And I know in a couple of times, I've called them for advice and suggestion. I know the time I want to open my pharmacy, it was there in person to inaugurate, to open it, 2 years ago. And that to me is more than a sacrifice that anybody can count. And I've called out on Auntie Heret a couple of times, for advice, for suggestion, for help, and she was there for me. And I'm really admire their service. Mr. Emil is kind of person that is too sacrificial. He can actually adapt to any condition. The way he does it, the way he can carry out the activities, I can't tell. He can bring out ideas from anywhere. I don't know how many persons on this earth that can do that. Sometimes it amazes me. I really, really admire their character, their personality. And I know I'm grooming myself. I'm trying to come up of myself. But I just want to let them to know that the Daniel that is today is actually mostly I can in majority of the represented attribute it to them because they helped me when I was in campus to believe in myself. And you know, one of the best things that can happen to any man is when you believe in yourself. Because if you believe in yourself, trust me, you can go far. And that is what they did, what they helped me to achieve in myself. Because those classes that they keep we had during our time really impacted my life. I'm so much encouraged to have them as a role model, as a disciple in my life. I'm encouraged. That is where I would just like to. I would like to end. I'm so privileged to share. I'm actually honored to be present. In fact, when Rotimi told me about this, I was overwhelmed. I was happy. I mean, to at least talk about how I don't know whether I've had the time to talk about this couple. I mean, one-on-one, but I'm so encouraged to talk about them. I'm happy, and I know they have what it takes to do exploits, and I know they are going places. My prayer is that God will take them to that height that they have already assigned to them. So that is why I will say where I will stop. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right,
Hello?
thank you so much, Daniel. Yes, sure, Daniel, I hear you clearly. Thank you so much for your sharing. We're so grateful to also have you talk about the Emmet. So I think it would be good amidst all the brothers who have shared, let us get the sisters involved. So please, can I welcome Uchechi Bakari to also share?
Okay, hello everyone. I'm sure everyone can hear me. Good evening.
Yes, I can hear you.
Hear me, I hope. Okay, good evening everyone. It's been a long time. Okay, I would say sorry. Just give me 1 minute, you guys. Okay.
All right. Okay, so those are the cost of parenting. Okay, so what we can do is while Uchechi is trying to assist the kids, let's have Yetunde to share.
Hi everyone. I hope you can hear me loud and clear.
Sure, I can hear you.
Awesome. Sorry, I'm not gonna have my camera on. Hi, Uncle. I love your outfit. Oh my goodness. Hell, Uncle, you're looking so fine. Where's Auntie? I can't even see her. But I just want to say I love your outfit. You're looking good. And I just wanted to say thank you for just being amazing. Thank you for being a disciple. Thank you for being an example. Thank you for your zeal, fun, creativity. I actually enjoyed being part of the campus ministry. I enjoyed being part of a family. You know, when I moved to Nigeria, I moved by myself. I wasn't with my mom and my dad. I only had my uncles there. But you guys opened your home to me and made me feel like I had a family. I didn't feel alone. Actually, my folks were a bit like surprised that Yetunde is not running back to London, but actually had a family with me. You know, I didn't feel like I was missing out anything. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the times that Uncle you have gone the extra length for me. I remember you raising money for me to go to the 2012 summit in Texas. And I really appreciate that. I appreciate Auntie being an auntie to me, a friend to me, a mom to me. I really appreciate your family. I love the way you guys love each other. I love the example that you show to me. I come from a broken home, so it was refreshing. It was so refreshing to see a couple that love each other and made Christ the center of their marriage and their friendship. I appreciate that so much. And I love your love for God, at the center of everything. For me personally, you showed me that, I can love God and I can still be fun. I can be pure and I can still love God. I just love your example, and the legacy that you have left in the campus ministry will live on forever and ever. You know, your legacy will stand the test of time. And I know that you have raised amazing men, amazing men to take over. And yeah, I just love everything about you guys. And I'll still be popping into your house when I come to Nigeria to come and eat some food. You know, I'll still be popping down to have fun with you guys. And yes, I just wanted to say thank you. I love you guys so much. Peace.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for having me back. So sorry for the breaking transmission. I would say I need to attend to it. Okay, like I was saying, thank you so much, Uncle Emmanuel. And I won't forget that day under the tree. I think it symbolizes a lot. It means a lot to me. It was I would say that particular day I wasn't myself really. That particular day things happened. Yes, I was struggling with so much, and the only way out was just for me to get my book, find myself under that tree and start reading. I acted like I was reading. Yes, I was actually reading, prepared for exams, but there was so much running through my mind, so much. And God sent this battle one that just came to me. At first, I thought it was one of these 419 guys, you know, that tried to talk me into things. But no, it wasn't. It was much more than that. I got to know after that day, even after he invited me, I hesitated. I didn't want to come immediately. I wanted to be sure I was safe because we were so free, and I'm like, who on earth will be this free? You are meeting a stranger, and you are all over the stranger, and it's like you've known the stranger some years back. You know, that really caught me. And after a while, when I realized, okay, there's some set of people gathering, not just here, okay, let me see what people they are doing. Let me just see and just hope they are serious. Probably need to write away fine. That's what I told myself. But that decision I made that day has lingered on. And till date, I say I'm still with this group. And I'm so grateful to God. Thank you so much, Uncle Ima. You've done so much. And Teresa, you've been a superwoman. I can't deny that. Like, I'll say every time I go through like the, I tend to remember the training I got from campus. Of course, not every time. Sometimes I lose it. Sometimes I go through it. Sometimes I just forget it. Sometimes I want to dump it. But the truth is, I still remember those values. And it has been healthy, I would say. Even when I find myself among so many people who are not sure of their beliefs or who can I see what you're writing there? or who I'm not sure. Okay, let me not go there. But what will I ever say? I would say your word has always been a recurring one, and it has always helped in my journey of life. You guys have touched life so much that I can't even quantify it. In fact, when I got the message from Hawaii yesterday that you guys are going to move, it came with a mixed feeling. I was happy. At the same time, I wasn't very happy. I wasn't very happy because campus is missing me. Yes, I'm not in campus anymore. Not being greedy, but at the same time, I was happy. I was happy because I know other regions need people like Uncle Emmanuel and Teresa. That is just a simple truth. So it just needs to go round. And I was excited. I was like, Spangle, change is coming somehow. And I think I'm very excited. And I know great things is going to happen in the region where you're going to. I'm not debating that. It's not up for debate. I know great things, mighty things, lives to be changed. You've done so much in campus. You've built leaders. You've impacted lives so much. Lives that will keep on touching generations. You've created monuments in campus and in earth, and that we can't take for granted. Thank you. Even though physically we may not be showing it, even though it might not be very obvious, but deep down we know the truth. deep down, we know how much you've taught us and we know how much you've done for us. And that's something to be granted. Thank you so much, Uncle Matt. Thank you so much, Auntie Alexa, for your sweet words of advice. Thank you for your tenderness. Meeting you for the first time too was so sweet. You were so gentle, yet very spiritual. And that was a plus to me. I like, wow, somebody can be this gentle. I never believed that just he said the first time you introduced or he talked about his life now meeting you. He talked about his thing as an Oyibo woman and how people consider you around him. Same here too. The first time I met you, I was like, wow, this white woman, we have a technique. Hope they will not do this. But it was amazing getting to know that you're even in Nigeria or find out now. That goes deep. Your humility, nothing to write about. Your sincerity, you are very open and sincere. You don't compromise things. And that's the plus for me. So if I'm gonna compare or if I'm tempted or I want to or I'm tempted to move out of the line, I remember that attitude and I ask myself, hey, if you're a couple, girl, like, you like do this, you like do that, we're in such a way. Thank you for those big teachings. They meant a lot. I will tell you those teachings have carried me through, even to where I am. It has really, really, really carried me through. I'm telling you, it's not easy. It's not been very easy. Meeting some other people with some other kind of mentality. But I tell you, the teaching I got from campus has been a hold. It has helped me not to just meet up with just anybody, but to still know what I am and what I stand for. And that I am so grateful. Thank you so much, Uncle Imad. Thank you. There's so much to talk about. 2 minutes is not even enough to talk about it. But I would always say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Stand by your team.
All right. So thank you so much, Uchechi, for the sharing. Please, I would also want to encourage that there are lots of people who would want to share. If you can manage to keep it to that 2 minutes, it will also grant others the privilege to share what they have to say. All right. So please, at this point, I would need to go back to the brothers, and I would welcome Emmanuel Ashafa to also get to share about his tributes.
All right, thank you very much. I'm already protesting here that I go carry placard to now 2 minutes then talk. This one, this is going to like 10-20 minutes. All right. It's a very, very wonderful time, with the MS. I must say that I did not regret knowing the MS because I could remember vividly that my coming to Lagos is with their own is with their efforts. Let me say so. they are the pivotal, for me coming to Lagos, and I really, really, appreciate that. I really learned a lot from them. I could still remember then that Uncle Emmanuel would say, so you know something. You know that this thing is right, and you won't do it. So if they now call you, you will now sit and you will now want to do it. Fraud. I really, I really learned a lot, from him. I can't just count them. I've really learned a lot. Your conviction. I've seen, if I've ever seen somebody that is like Paul. Let me use that word. I think you will be the next, person. I've really learned a lot. Your conviction. Your sacrifice. I remember the time I had issues. He had to follow me, all the way from Lagos. Not many people, can do that. He had to follow me from Lagos to Ogun State. It was really, that really, really broke me. I'm like, wow, this is really something, to emulate. I really learned a lot, and I'm still learning from them. This one that you are leaving the campus, it's somehow, it's a mixed feeling, for I know that we're going to miss you a lot. Yeah, it's somehow, but I just pray that I pray that God will continue to uphold the family. God will continue to provide for you and continue, to keep you safe and strong. Thank you so much.
Okay, so thanks. I think okay. Okay, great. Okay, thank you, Manuel, for the sharing. As much as we can, we would like to take everyone who can share, because the impact of this man and wife is very much appreciated. So I would like, oh yeah, Auntie, good to have you around. Yeah, I can see your face at this point. All right, so Auntie is back online. So let me welcome Boluatife Mom. I think this should be Boluatife Mom. Let us share. So please, 2 minutes. Thank you.
Everyone.
Hi.
Wow, I'm so overwhelmed. First of all, I forgot today was Friday. But like, sorry, excuse me. I'm also sick, so I'm going to be coughing a bit. So I told Auntie Henrietta that I don't like this change. I'm not going to pretend to like this change, and I'm not going to pretend to understand it. All I know is that it's a change that must happen whether or not I like it. And my opinion doesn't matter. But just to share about a little about this wonderful couple, Auntie Henrietta. One thing I can say about both Auntie Henrietta and Uncle Emmanuel is how both of them are friends, first and foremost, to anybody they meet. They are friends first before they are leaders. They are friends before they're authority figures. And that's one thing I really appreciate. I know listening to other people who aren't as close to them from conversations I've heard, people tend to judge them a lot because they are leaders. People feel like um, maybe they're on this pedestal that we can't reach, but getting close to them, I realize that that's not true, and that's a perception that is false, because these are people who take their time to understand people. And Teresa was the main person that studied with me. And I know that in the course of studying the Bible to become a disciple, studying the Bible was something I always did. Like I did it like 3 times before I finally became a disciple in my home region. I studied with different people. And the first time when I heard it, I was like, oh, okay, so do you want to study the Bible? I was just like, yes, well, let me just not reject this woman, so that she will not take it as a rejecting. She will not take it like I'm rejecting her. Let me just go and see what this one has to offer. And I was so blown away by how down to earth and relatable she was, because I thought the age gap was going to be a struggle, and I thought it was not going to allow me open up to her. I thought I was just going to give her the regular church answer, because one thing as a disciples kid, you know the answers to every question they're going to ask you. But like somehow, my heart that I went with, heart that I wasn't planning to be open with, I found myself very relaxed, and I was able to share, and I was able to get help from her own life lessons, her stories, and the way I was just relaxed around her. She literally became my mom on campus, because every time, any small inconvenience, I'm at her house knocking. Like I don't even call to tell them I'm coming to their house. I just show up, knock, knock. Sometimes it's a good day if I knock. Other days, I will mostly try the door first, and then know if it's open. I enter, if it's not, then okay, who is there? So that's to show you how comfortable and relaxed I am around her. So I just want to say thank you to her. Then for Uncle Emmanuel, Mr. Troublemaker, he's like the bane. Anyway, Uncle is like Uncle is one of my best friends, no cap. Like going to his house is always even yes, he's saying all his food. Yes, oh my god. Anytime I'm around, Uncle is always pretending like he doesn't miss me, but I know he misses me anytime I'm not around, because he's always telling me that the food is always overflowing in his house when I'm not around. But I just like that rapport we have, how we're able to joke. I know that even sometimes when I post or when I'm like, oh, okay, Emmanuel, people are like, you have that relationship with Uncle Emmanuel, like, so your Uncle Emmanuel can be. And I'm like, yes, now, like, what do you take him for? Like, just because people are older doesn't mean that they don't have feelings or they don't want to be friends with people. And I'm just happy that I'm able to have that friendship with both of them. And I want to use the opportunity to thank them for giving me one of my best friends, Ella. Yeah. Anyway, this is all I can say right now without being emotional because I don't want to cry on camera. But thank you so much for all that you do. I love you so, so much. Both of you, uncle and auntie. Thank you for all that you do, your prayers, everything. We feel it in our lives. I feel your prayers in my life. Your care, your support. And I know that you probably don't hear it as often, you probably don't hear it much, but I'm sure the whole campus really appreciates your efforts, even those times where you worked and it feels like your efforts are in vain. They really aren't. You have inspired lives, generations to generations, and we really appreciate it. I am grateful for your influence in my life. Thank you, all my fans.
All right. Thank you so much, Bolu, for the sharing. So can we have Stephen S. Edioma Abasi to share? Please, 2 minutes. Thank you.
Hi. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Auntie and uncle, I just want to say thank you for everything you guys have done. Thank you for your love, thank you for always being there, and thank you for like standing in the gap and being like parents to a lot of us. Yeah, and thank you for filling that gap, because it's crazy when you're a young person, you're confused, you don't know what you're doing, life hits you, and you just need that parental guidance, and then strangers from nowhere just show up and then they fill in the gap and all. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for taking me into your family. So like I'm like the adopted daughter that shows up anytime. And you guys, I don't know how you guys do it, child, but it's really hard to like have strangers just come into your house and then all of a sudden they become family. So I'm not just like you guys' friend. I'm like a daughter to you guys. You guys are my parents. You guys are my friends. You guys have been there through my good times, my bad times, my down times, my up times. And I'm just grateful. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. And well, you guys are living campus, but like it's not like you're living my life. So I'll always be there. You guys will always be there. I'm stuck with you guys. I'm like in your skin. So you always see me every time, anytime. When I'm back from Kano, I'll always be around. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Stephen, for that sharing. Can we have Chinelo to also share?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Okay, so firstly, coming into the campus church was very hard for me. I didn't know anyone, like, no single person, and I was introduced to the church by my sister introduced me to the church, and she introduced me to Auntie. So Auntie was like the first. Well, I didn't meet her directly. I met Auntie Winia, then Auntie Christy, then Auntie Henrietta, and she was my disciple. And she was very wonderful to me. I mean, all my life I had known love with strings, love give and take. But with this couple, love is unconditional, and it scares me because I'm like, whoa. So I don't have to like. They're not asking me to give back. They're giving, and if I choose to give back, all right. If I don't, they're giving from their hearts, and it was really inspiring for me. I was really encouraged, and she has been like she has been a mother to me at different points in my life. I know this is actually a big step for me. I usually don't like sharing intimate stuff, especially when there are a lot of people. It gets me nervous. So I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to share because this couple have helped me in various ways. I kind of begin to imagine. They helped me they helped me realize that love doesn't come with strings. They helped me realize that giving is it's a wonderful thing. They opened up their home to me, not just their home, their hearts to me, and I'm so grateful. And it has been a mother to me, not just to me, but to my siblings, and we're like 7. So I'm really grateful that they've had this impact on me, and I've been just great. Like I've been able to receive from them, and I hope that whatever I've received, I'm able to give back to anybody or everybody. So I'm very grateful for everything that you have done. Thank you very much.
Please kindly unmute. All right, so thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. I think so far, whoa, okay, there are still some more hands. Okay, so what I will do, let me quickly read a message. This message is coming from Tochukwu Waribe. So Tochukwu has said that due to network glitches, he will drop his message here. Wow, the MS. These couple are great. They have impacted my life positively since 2009 till date. Today, all I am, I presume that's what he meant to say there, all he is, and all that he learned from them are what he is putting to use, even till today, making every effort to even do more and improve. As people who know me, I was told that I speak, teach, preach, work, and think like Mr. Emmanuel Eme, even if not 100%. I think this also goes a long way to say the impact of the MS in the life of Tochukwu. In case you don't know, Tochukwu is currently leading the church in Owerri. We all were here together when Tochukwu was laid hand on. I remember that day, permit me to use that word, where all of us at that guest house, Unilag guest house, where they were prayed for to go lead the church under the auspices of the MS. So thank you, Tochukwu, for sharing that message. It was well received. Yeah, so let's have Tolu Lope and Williams to also share. Please, 2 minutes, Tolu. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you, Justice. Wow, just to keep it short, Uncle and Auntie. Uncle Emmanuel is somebody I have learned how to be very blunt and unapologetically outspoken from. I feel that that's a quality that a lot of people don't possess. They brag about it, we talk about being outspoken, but when it comes to actually doing, Uncle is one person that I have clearly seen that doesn't mince words. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. If it's black, it's black. If it's white, it's white. And I have learned that from him, and I'm just so grateful for, if I need to hear like the plain truth, the undiluted truth, I know that the first person that will give it to me like direct, the first place to run to really is Uncle Emmanuel. And I thank you so much, Uncle, for the lessons, the sermons. You're very passionate about everything that you do, and it just transcends even to the teams that you lead, to the events that you host. You carry that passion, you become the thing, and then when you are impacting the message, it's just so powerful, and it's as if we've never heard these things before, because you always make everything sound so new and so powerful and so impactful. And I'm just so grateful that I have had these few years to experience you and learn under you. To Auntie Henrietta, wow, everybody's mommy, but Auntie has a special place in my heart, and this is because Auntie always sees like future you. When she's talking to people, I feel like she's not looking at you based on how you are and who you are right now. She's looking at who you can be, what you can be, the potentials and the possibilities that you can actualize. And I think that that's just something special. You don't get that every day. You don't get so people take a lot of us at face value. Okay, this is you for who you are, bam, because that's what we can see. But Auntie sees the you that can be. She sees a leader in everybody, and it's just so amazing that somebody can believe in other people even much more than you probably believe in yourself, or more than anyone has ever even believed in you. And I really appreciate that. I don't take that for granted at all. I told her, I said, well, like the first 1 month, we go, they come in, just notice this campus go, they scarce, but we have to stay and support our people. But I'm just so grateful. Thank you so much, Auntie Areta and Uncle Emmanuel, for your years of just impacting and loving us unconditionally and being mothers and fathers to those of us from, the kind of places some of us are coming from, really dysfunctional. And you have helped us to see that, not everywhere is like that. And there really is something called true love and unconditional love. You don't love us because of what it is we are bringing, because we're not bringing anything to the table. You love us because Christ loved us first, and you're showing us what true love really means. And I'm just really grateful that I've had this couple of years to experience you. You're not far away. This relationship will still continue. Doesn't matter where you are, we're still together. And I love you guys very much. Thank you. Thank you, Justice.
All right. Okay. So thank you so much, Tolu, for the sharing. So can we have Oluwaseyo Ayuba to also share?
Thank you, Uncle Justice. Auntie Henrietta, Uncle Emmanuel, you guys have been, I don't know, you've touched so many lives on campus, and I can't imagine a better foundation for the campus ministry than being with both of you. You're like the highlight of the entire ministry. You more or less just created it in a way that it can continue to grow no matter who leads it. So like I'm for the time you spent building us up as campus students, the fact that less of just who are so all that, there are things that actually know that wherever you go, you're still going to be our campus leaders. And I know that even in the Ikeja region you're leading, I just hope that you continue to bring that youngness, that excitement to even the older people there, just letting them know that there's still a bit of campus in you. Thank you so much for being with us and just putting us through campus generally. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Shayo, for the sharing. Then the list keep increasing. So let's have John Israel share. So John, please, 2 minutes.
Bros J,
2 minutes,
this
bro.
2 minutes to share about these wonderful couples, man. I don't think this 2 minutes enough. But anyways, I will manage 2 minutes. Don't worry, I'll manage it. I mean, when Uncle broke the news that they will be leaving the campus for Ikeja region, me, I actually cried inside. I mean, it broke my heart. I was like, oh God. But when I find out the people that are handling the bad thing too, I was happy. You get, because these people are equipped enough to lead the campus. Uncle and Auntie have seen my worst time. They've counseled me, they've rebuked me, they've encouraged me, they've advised me. And I mean, just a stone throw from Bariga to Edmond Crescent to come and see them whenever I'm doing it all wrong, I'll miss that opportunity. I mean, for me, I try as much to appreciate everything that you guys have done. Yeah, so I was asking that that last Sunday was supposed to be spent with you guys, if not because of my other phone. But Uncle, Auntie Ireta, and Mr. Eme, I really thank you guys for everything. I mean, I might not have time to start mentioning how you've come through in diverse ways. Mr. Eme, Auntie Ireta, I'm really grateful from the depth of my heart. I'm really grateful. I know that everything you guys have done, all the rebuke, all the advice, even when I messed up real bad, you still advised me, you still encouraged me, and you still, I mean, there was wisdom in everything you guys said. And I was just supposed to just be calm and be patient. yes, I'm going to miss that, but I will try my possible best to visit. I just hope that work will not, and I will try my best to come and see you at your new space. And I'll miss your hospitality. That's for sure. Okay, so thank you very much, and I pray that God will keep renewing your strength, because I know that you guys are getting old, but you renew your strength to be able to do more. Okay, so thank you. I know that you guys are going to impact the Ikeja region, and we're going to miss you. The hype, the campus vibe, man. Don't worry, YoPro is going to make sure that that still keeps burning. Okay, love you from the depth of my heart, and cheers, man.
All right, thank you so much, John, for keeping to the time. So can we have Cherish Opera, and then after Cherish, we would have Sean Joseph, and that would be the much we can take for today. Cherish Opera, then Sean Joseph.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
So sorry, NEPA is wonderful in my area, so I don't have lights. I can't start my video. So my relationship with Auntie Henrietta began when I was studying the Bible. So I started with Dorothy to Joyce to Auntie Christy. Then I was handed over to Auntie Henrietta. It was really like that. And then it was just so beautiful. She was so soft-spoken. She still is very amazing. The way she explained things to me, the way she made me see things. And at that point, even before and even after I finished studying my Bible, I had a very rocky relationship with my father. There was a lot of stuff from the past that I was struggling to forgive him for. And then it was always me like reporting my dad to Auntie Erika, this is what my father did. And she's like, okay. He may not have understood. She was always just trying to help me see why I should let some things go. And then maybe I didn't see it then, but now when I see some things and I remember what Auntie Erika had said to me, it makes it easier to forgive and to just let go of some sort. Like she made me just understand why I shouldn't be harboring some hurts. And it made it easier for me. It made it easier for me to love my father. And it just gave me this respect and love I had for her. Like in my 100 level, when I was studying the Bible, my roommate used to say on time that, there was something different about me. I was just so much happier. And then they were always asking me, where are you going to? Because I used to go to Auntie Erika's house a lot. I'm very sorry to Ella because I used to sleep over at their place a lot. And Ella's room was the place where it all went down. So I'm just like, where are you going to? And I'm going to my auntie's house. Like, you know where you're going to an auntie that is not really an auntie, and then you have to explain. I never even had to explain. I just said I'm going to my auntie's house and I left it like that. And people actually thought I had an aunt that was related to me that lives at Yaba. I'll just tell people, I'm going to my auntie's house in Yaba. And that ends it. I didn't have to explain the relationship. It was just that beautiful. And Teresa has been there for me so many times. Surely my first child as a disciple, things were always making me upset and cry. And Teresa was the one taking me on. I was always crying to her. So she just made my first year very wonderful. She gave me a beautiful beginning as a disciple. She gave me the best guidance that everyone or anyone would need or would ask for. And then for Uncle, one thing that amazed me is how intelligent and well-read he is. Like, then as a 100 level student, I'll be struggling with introduction to poetry. And then Uncle will be talking about how he just aced one of his exams and how he read this and read this and read this and how he was speaking to his professors. And I'm just there with my 2 credit unit courses. I'm not even reading. It was just very inspiring. It was very inspiring how intentional he was about what he was doing. He knew he had people he was responsible for, and he took it up very well. And I'm just grateful to the both of them. Thank you very much.
All right, so Sean Joseph, could you please just go ahead? Okay, so
can I go ahead now? I was
okay,
just
go ahead then.
all right, thank you very much. Auntie and uncle, very cliche word this evening is thank you. Thank you is just what you two are the dad and mom I never had. Like I take nothing away from that statement entirely. I am so grateful to have experienced your leadership for these years I've been a disciple. You two are the perfect example of exemplary and intentional leadership. Um, you guys, you guys help us to do beyond what we like. You guys don't just let us do what we can do. We do beyond. We always do beyond what we can do, and that help us to. You two help us. You don't just lead us like leaders. You actually create us leaders. I can say for one that I have grown to be a leader just being in the campus ministry and being under this leadership. Even everybody on the staff, Mr. Rotimi, Ati Christy, Mr. Shion, everyone, we grown all of them to be leaders up to the point where they even groomed us to be leaders. It's marvelous, the things you do. I don't think there's anything that I can really say that will be enough. When I heard at Ibadan, when it was announced, I totally cried. Like I didn't sit. I cried. I wept just in front there. Because I am not scared in any way because the true fruit of your leadership is the fact that if you leave campus today, campus will run very effectively because you guys have created all of us to be leaders. And I am just grateful. Thank you so much. Just like everyone has shared, we are not going to leave you. We're going to still be entering your DM. I'm just so surprised that everyone has a personal relationship. Everyone here, if you get to unmute your mic, everyone can say a story of personal experiences with uncle and auntie. And I also have mine. Like, it's just so beautiful how much time you make. Not once have you guys ever given me the vibe of we are too busy, we have so much we are doing, we cannot answer you. Every time I enter uncle's DM, uncle is answering me. There are even some people I send messages that they don't answer me, and I'm like, okay, because they have a lot. But uncle tends to answer so much, and I know so much work that he has. Same way, auntie. I am just grateful to be under this leadership. It's just wonderful. Let me just end the words here. Thank you very much for the share.
All right, thank you so much, Sean, for the sharing. So I have some messages to read here, and this one says, this is coming from Shire Emiloju. First of all, there's an instruction to it. Justice, when you're reading this, make sure you acknowledge by saying yes. All right, I'm going to do that. The MS are the definition of awesomeness. Yes. Definition of creativity. Yes. Definition of humility. Yes. Definition of leader. Yes. Definition of campus streets. Yes. Definition of influencer. Yes. Definition of giver. Yes. Definition of guardian. Yes. Definition of swag. Yes. And thank you so much for helping each and every one of us to be who we are today. And this is message from Shayo Emiloju. Also, there is one from Cherry Israel. It says, hi, everyone. I would like to appreciate Mrs. Emma. She has really helped me a lot and is still helping me. I mean, I had a good relationship with my dad because of her. She smiles. It seemed impossible, but she made it happen. I am so grateful to have crossed paths with her. I love you so much, Ma. And then the love. Also from Mayowa, Ojo, it says, hi, everyone. Thank you, Uncle Manuel, for everything, for being nice to me and tough on me at the same time. Thank you especially for your emotional intelligence class. Can't believe I had to pay for that during NYSC. I wish I took it really seriously. Auntie Aretha, thank you for your love, your care, for being the best person ever. I know a lot of people do not believe it, but you were actually tough on me. You saw my deepest moments, and I really appreciate the days we cried together, especially when we are praying together. Thank you. And this is from Mayowa Uju. Also, there is a video that will be played shortly from Sister Onye. So can I have the media team to please play this video from Sister Onye?
Sharing it. I don't even know where to start, What? I just want to thank God for another opportunity, to share about the MS Living Campus Ministry. Wow. Now, wow. Me, I don't even know how to start sharing or talking about the impact, the love, the care, and the likes. I know for Auntie Henrietta, I keep saying it. In fact, I met her even before we met each other face to face. Why? Because when we usually meet at the land, I will just see her with her children at one corner, you know, at the front of the seat, somewhere. They would just sit down there, very quiet, with her long jeans gown, jeans skirt, not gown, but skirt. She would just sit there with her children, and every time I see her, I would like, now wow, this woman, she's just so quiet and calm. What kind of manner is this? I will just be there thinking in my heart that when will I even meet her? I just love to meet such a person. Not until I came to campus ministry, and bam, there she is, and that her awesome family and all that. And I know that God was really the one that brought us together, because she has been my discipler for over 10, 12 years. It's so amazing, you know, just having someone as your discipler for that long. From discipler to friends to big sister, auntie, mother, you know, it's really been a great time. And Teresa has a deep heart of love. You know, she always says that love me the way I want to be loved. And I just believe that that's the kind of love she shows to people, most especially me. I remember when I was sick, she took me in for like 2 months. You know, I can't even imagine that kind of so much love being poured on me and all. And I know the only thing she didn't do for me is to give me a bath, which I'm so happy that did not happen. But I'm just so grateful for your life, and see God has put you there in the life of all these young people to just see the challenges and everything that we go through.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
All right, thank you so much for that sharing. And I know that some messages are still coming in. I think I will read this, and this possibly might be the last message I'm going to be reading this evening. This says, wow, still can't believe the MS are leaving. I want to say thank you for all your teachings, mentorship, the rebukes, the love, the being there for us. You know, we are lucky to have you in our lives. We wish you all the best in the next missionary journey. Thank you again. And this is coming from Emmanuel Onua, aka Azuna. All right, guys, I think so far this is the much we can take this evening. I strongly believe that very many of us who may not have spoken have so much to say. You know, even those who also shared, if given the opportunity, I mean, this time would not be enough for you to share all that you have to share. You know, like somebody rightly said, there is really nobody amongst us here who have not had a direct impact to the MS. You know, it just goes a long way to say how much it is. You know, Nathaniel is also saying, thank you for officiating our wedding 3 years ago. So you can imagine that Tochuku's wedding was done the same, Nathaniel the same, you know, and I so believe that Rotimi's own, you know, most likely would also be in the pipeline, you know, to join the same club. You know, so this is to say thank you. I know Mr. and Mrs. Emme, if I don't even like calling them that name, you know, for me, it is Uncle Manuel and Auntie Henrietta, you know, and I am grateful, so much grateful that even on this note, that I could be the one who could share or, lead or peradventure just anchor this service this evening is just so interesting. I know that there is no amount of time that we would spend here that would be enough, you know, and that is why we have indirectly, elongated the time a little more. And just imagine the number of people who are still online. We've spent 2 hours or thereabout, and people are still online. You know, this is, and in fact, some people are still logging in. This is just to say thank you. This is just to say thank you. Thank you so much, Uncle Emmanuel. Thank you so much, Auntie Ereta. I hardly call the name. In fact, when I say uncle, I don't even remember putting the name. It's uncle and auntie. Yeah, justice is next. Yeah, uncle, I see your message. So I'm just saying thank you, and thank you, Lord. I know personally, I do not just know Uncle Emmanuel on a surface, level. I know Uncle Emmanuel down to his roots, and it's just a privilege. It's just a rare privilege. I remember that amongst all of us there, I was privileged to, travel with him. I remember one of the days I've been driving here, but one of the days I told myself, Justice, you can drive. Was driving Uncle Emmanuel and he slept in the journey. That day, I just gave myself a big thumbs up. Justice, yes, you can really handle the wheels. And that was the day we traveled to his village. In fact, we literally traveled to Akwa Ibom State. It was a privilege. I know for people who really do fast and furious, who are really very fast on the road, it is very uncertain to hand your trust over to somebody else. But Uncle literally just slept off at the time he needed it. And I was grateful. I joined him to the meeting with the elders. I joined him, literally we walked it all through. I am grateful. There are people who will be doing things and they'll be hiding it. There are people who will be doing things and they'll be secretive about it. Uncle is an open book. There is nothing, in fact, don't even bring a negative message to him about somebody. He will call the person right in your presence, and so on. So there's so much to say. I know I've written a lot. I said integrity, it's them. Auntie Ereta has been a mother. My Christmas rice this year was at their place. As we all know, there is nothing I'll mention here that any of us are not aware of. Integrity, they both have it. Sacrificial, they have it. They are selfless, they are caring, they are loving, they are hospitable, they are godly. Their leadership skills are just, you can't quantify it. They are focused. When they see you and identify you and want to invest in you, in fact, there is no pick and choose. They are interested in everybody's life. They are parents, not just parents to their children, but parents to every one of us. They are attentive. When you talk to them, they listen to you. They are not distracted in listening to you. They are involving. They go the extra mile to connect with you. They are friendly. They are family. They make effort to see difficult people and even situations through the eyes of Jesus. For me, this is amazing. These are some of the lessons I had to learn, and I'm still learning. They are very supportive. They are empathetic. I know sometimes we might mistake sympathy and empathy. Sympathy is, oh, sorry. But empathy is, they feel the pain with you. So they are role models. They are encouragements. They are exemplary. They are patient. They are forgiving. Sometimes I've had, in the past, when I was in this team newly, I had some frictions with Uncle Emmanuel. But I just felt that where I am coming from, forgiveness is difficult. But if Uncle rebukes you, he has rebuked you. In fact, you'll be surprised that he will give you a job to do. Yes, because his interest, I have seen and I've learned, is not actually in that. He is not dwelling on the past. He is dwelling on the future. So that has been said, that has been done. Can we move to the next thing? And that is very encouraging. They literally have and emulate the heart of Christ. They are motivators. One of the things that you can do to Uncle Emmanuel, that will really weaken him is just to let him know that just be negative. I've worked with Uncle Emmanuel and I see that he doesn't like negative things. If you're a negative person, sorry, just go ahead with your negative vibe and let him just keep moving. Auntie Henrietta is just a perfect blend to Uncle Emmanuel. Their marriage is an example that I also desire even for myself. And I tell Auntie for real, I say, Auntie, hey, I still they find that person who could be like you. I know that myself, I've learned that I literally have modeled myself in most ways with Uncle Emmanuel. And I am proud to say that, because good buckets are shared about. If we're good to you, tell others. If we're bad, tell us so we can change. Uncle Emmanuel has been good to me. He has been a father. He has been an example. And I am grateful. So much to say, so much to talk about. But sir, Auntie, we are very, very grateful. Words fail us. Tears is not enough. But we are thankful that we can share this little moment And I do hope that you felt encouraged by this little, sharings that people give. And I pray that God will continue to bless you, God will continue to lead you through, even in the next place that you're going through, that his light will continue to shine your path through, such that you will continue to see his joy. I am most grateful that this is not death, this is not sickness, this is not failure, this is not backwardness. This is actually in real time and reality, seeing you move to a new battleground. Yes, I'll call it battleground, but I know that the same God that equipped you, to start up campus literally, you both started this ministry. I pray that before you to make the crooked path straight. Open to Emmanuel, is dying because she went to visit someone. So I just throw the mic open to Emmanuel. So you could say a word or two, and then we have the closing prayer from our brother Rotimi Awaye.
All right, thank you, Justice. Thank you, everyone. I don't know where my wife is at this time. She actually went to see Dr. Toke. She was in our campus ministry many years ago in Luth. She just lost her husband last month. So she had to go to the islands to go visit. So wherever she is right now, she was in, and maybe her battery went off. But on behalf of my wife and I want to say a very big thank you to all of you. I didn't see this coming. I was just going to attend regular campus devotional, and I never knew it was going to be. There was no hint at all. There was going to be a sharing devotional. Thank you for everyone that shared. I was trying to keep, tab, and I was also very encouraged. I've seen some faces. When I started seeing Uchechi Michael, I was like, wow, these people. I saw people from Kaduna or Jos. You can see Keme wearing a jacket. It's very, very cold right now in Jos. So that's why he's wearing his jacket. Thank you for everyone that shared about us. For Cherish, for Mayowa. I know Mayowa was also catching cold somewhere. For Inye, the video, Uchechi, she reminded me of that incident. She was sitting under a tree, Jeje, on Yabatek, and I had to go and disturb her live. I invited her to Bible discussion. She said she might not come, whatever. So I said, we have started, come right now. And thank God that she came. Thank you, Yetunde, for reminding me. I almost forgot that's our trip to Texas. When I asked who wants to go to US with me, and Yetunde put up her hand, I said, okay, we are going to go. And how we raised the money, even a day before she traveled, even the evening before travel, we're still raising money. We're still trying to raise money. That was fun, just having her on that trip. Thank you, Daniel Okoma, for your sharing. I know you have become a more bold, when I say bolder, much more bold as a man. Daniel is the only disciple I converted that actually allowed to lead the Bible discussion before he became a disciple. I gave him a challenge to lead Bible discussion in Luth, and he did. I was very, very inspired. And thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Keme, for constantly stepping up. And I'm also grateful that you stepped up this month. Keme is now, it's no more a pope, it's now a dating man. And I know that in the next few weeks, maybe Keme will also be moving ministry. Keme to also be ministries very soon. Thank you, Smart, for reminding me of all those, talks we had. It was great to just play those roles with all of you. For Nats, thank you. You are a very good song leader. Here, and I'm sure you are doing great. Today I had a talk with a mother, whose son just got admission in Uyo, and I mentioned you, and they're going to be relocating to Uyo, the whole family. So you're going to be having a full family. The son was baptized just last week, Shodisolo. So you're going to have a campus person and also a family, moving down there to Uyo. Thank you so much, Ashafa, for reminding me of that early morning drive we drove to Ogun State, to go see people in your school. Thank you so much, Tolu. You've been a wonderful person to us. For Tochukwu, you've been a mazi. You continue to be a mazi to us, even as your ministry continues to grow, both internally and externally. And you're always going to be there, in our hearts. And also, Chechinelo. And you are like another, daughter in our home. I mean, there's so many of you. Even up to today, some of you as we're still in our house spending nights since Sunday. Some people have been spending nights since Sunday in our place. Thank you, Chinelo. Thank you, Shayo Ayuba. I'm not sure if you are still here, but Shayo Ayuba, I pray that you continue to do well wherever you are. For John Israel, thank you so much. All those late nights discipling. One day we decided after discipling time, we had to go drop somebody off almost midnight, myself and we drove the SWAT van who was almost breaking down. The side mirror I was holding side mirror with one hand, drive one hand and switching gear one hand. Late in the night, I think we go home like past midnight or something. But it was great. But I'm happy to see you grow every day, and you're going to continue to grow. Thank you, Shehu Joseph. I know you are. I know where you were making that call from, where they normally took us injection in the airport. That's where you are. Thank you so much, Shayo Miloju. We need to find something to do about our discipline time. Maybe have one more official discipline time, before we sign out. But it's been a good ride. Oyinye, everybody, if I do remember your name, please, I'm sorry. But it's been fun. For Bolu, I try to make a Bolu. I know no matter where I go, I know you'll find me out. And all of you are welcome. Today we spent a few hours going to inspect some houses today, but none of them was good enough to host any campus people. So we are still looking out maybe in the new year. The journey began January 2009 for us when we left the Islands Ministry, and it looks like it's going to end January 2022, or let's say December 2021. So it's been fun, building families. We have families that we built in Ilorin, in Asaba, everywhere we've been, Surulere, and now we are going to Ikeja. And we don't know where the wind will blow in the next few months. Like I told some of the leaders yesterday on Zoom, I say, I don't know how long I'm going to be there. Maybe a few months. I'm going to be with you guys, or maybe maximum of 1 year. People still don't understand, but that's how the wind is going to blow. So I'm really grateful for the SWAT team, both those in diaspora, Tochukwu SWAT team, Bode SWAT team, Nathaniel. You guys will always be members of the SWAT team. That's the only thing we are taking away, really, is the SWAT team. I know yesterday I was supposed to log out from the campus group, both the staff group and the campus group, and I was given the very serious warning. I was rebuked. I was rebuked. That in fact I was told that would be irresponsible of me if I should do that. So I obeyed. I don't want to be irresponsible. So maybe I'm going to stick around quietly. But we decided that we're going to maintain one group for the SWAT team, because we're going to continue to do things. Just a few days ago, somebody came and said they want to give us a contract to come and do video production for their company. And I said, yes, the SWAT team will be ready to do that. So I'm very, very happy. I've always taught you guys that leave a place, anywhere you are, leave it better than you met it. When we came, we only had maybe 2 or 3 people or so on staff. Right now, we've grown. If you add people that have left, over 20 people on staff. We met maybe about 6 disciples or thereabouts. If you count all our membership, we've grown over 300 or more. We've had impacts, and thank you for just having us, tolerating us all those times. Someone reminded me that I was also in Shomolumushi. Yes, I was actually leading Shomolumushi and campus together. I was doing 2 sermons every Sunday in Shomolumushi. I'll preach in the morning. I'll go in the afternoon, preach in Mushi. I'll do Wednesday service in Shomolu. Then I'll do Thursday service in Mushi. And then do a campus devotional. Then it was crazy. Some of you don't know, even last year or so, I was doing the same thing for Sulere. I was doing Wednesday midweek service in Ijesha and Thursday midweek service on the land. I know on one of those events, Justice have followed me. We strapped up the projector. In fact, we had to park the county road. When traffic, we had to take a go Okada, strap projector, strap everything to go to Ijesha, to go preach. It's been fun. So that's the life that God has called us to. And, we are going to continue to that. We don't know where the wind is going to blow us. Ikeja definitely is not, the destination is heaven, but while we are here, and we've left you our best, Harry and Ella, so you guys can always have flavor cities and everything there. But our home will always be your home, anywhere we are, no matter where we are, anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. We're always going to be campus for life. We started this journey on campus. and my wife and I, we met on campus. We met in Yaba Tech, and it's going to be that. So I'm really excited, to do that. Thank you so much. Even as I'm speaking, people are knocking on my door. Who are those people knocking on my door? Bolu is here. Can you imagine? Bolu is in my house. Okay. All right. So Bolu, come and show your face. All right. And Ella has been here since, giggling and laughing. All right. So I'm going to hand over to Justice so that we can all have a Merry New Year. Happy Christmas.
Cool. Thank you so much, sir, for the vote of thanks. And of course, on the chat box are so many thank you. So we're grateful. And I suppose that this is going to be our crossover service. So we're thankful, we're joyful that we could just cross over with you into the new year. And I pray that God will continue to bless every one of us and lead us through, to heaven, which is our final destination. So please, may I welcome Rotimi and White. So before I welcome Rotimi, I also want to use the opportunity to say thank you to everyone who has joined in, who have spared their data, to be here for almost 2 hours, 30 minutes. Thank you so much. You really had to stifle a lot of things to be here. I pray that God will bless you. I pray that God also will make you to be celebrated when it's your own time. And I encourage that we all are going to make all effort to live an exemplary life, such that when it's our time, will also be talked about for good. Amen. So Rotimi, please kindly close us out.
Amen. Good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. So it's been a very emotional time for every one of us. My chest is ding. So I don't even know what I'm saying. I hope I say the right things. But okay, so nothing is even coming out. Thank you very much to Uncle Emmanuel. Thank you, and Senator. I love you guys. You've been a lot of things to me, particularly. You've been a lot of things to me, and I'm very grateful. I thank you for how you have visibly poured out your life into me, and how a lot of times you tell me the truth, and you just say it's like, like everybody knows this, but I think I've felt it a bit more because I know just when you've been my disciple since day one. The times you come over even to my place when we're studying the Bible, and you rebuke me even in my own place, in my own area. We've come a long way. My first bicycle and my only bicycle, you follow me to Lawansin. I've been aware we even buy the bicycle self. As in, those are things that daddies do. My first gas, we went to Lawansin, you stood in front of me and feel, so you've been a lot. Every journey in the car was a discipling time, and it was wonderful, and it was tough. It was hot seat, but I needed it, and I really, really, really appreciate all those moments. And a lot of times, I remember a particular time, I can't remember what we were doing, and I asked you a question. You made a decision. You were telling about one leadership, something, some years ago, and I asked you. I said, so how will I know how to decide when it comes to things like this? And you just said, you will know. It didn't make sense to me. And like everything else in my life, I have followed you and trusted your advice. And it's a lot of everything you've ever told me makes sense usually 5-6 years after ish. It doesn't always make sense immediately, and I thank God that every single time I've always followed your counsel, even though sometimes it never made sense. I thank you so much. Auntie Erica, you are my mom. I know Even my own biological mama self sabi you and recognizes you as the mother. She reports you to me, and on a sabi and I take the balance myself. Even when I'm all AY and going crazy, you have thank because of you, I can wear my size. I mean, at least I'm trying. So I just can't hug my phone now, but I feel like giving a hug. So I don't know, man. Before I start saying what I'm not supposed to talk, but I'm thankful. I'm really grateful, and thank you all for joining. I mean, this has been a very wonderful devotional. It's just a beautiful way to end the year and to start another. And I pray that God will bless each and every one of us. Thank you all. I know certainly everybody here has something to say. The fact that we're still here this time, we have something to say. And so that is why we're not going to shut down this living tributes. We want to give opportunities to as many people who may not be able to well up the boldness, that might be shy to cry in front of the camera or stuff like that. We are going to be sharing a link. You guys can do a short video, a minute or two, share stuff about them. We'll definitely put these things together and would send to them. If you're lost for words to say in video format, you can do texts, share a format to be shared with us so that we can all share our, goodwill messages and prayers and stuff. So we'll definitely put these things together and compile and share with the MS even as they leave. So it's been a wonderful time. So to God be the glory. The year is rounding up in the next few hours. We're going to be shutting down 2021 and we're going to kickstart 2022, and it's going to come with a bang. And indeed, God's name will be glorified in our lives. I'm excited that God will do great things. God will start great things. God will continue wonderful things, even in our individual lives. So we're going to say some prayers, and we're going to leave the breakout rooms open so we can continue the fellowship there on, and we'll be dismissed for wonderful times of, prayer sessions, hangouts, fellowship in our homes, in our communities, with our family members and friends, and so on. So let's go to God as we say some prayers. Let us pray. Father in heaven, thank you for tonight. Thank you for our lives. Thank you for this year, 2021. None of us ever imagined that we're going to be ending the year this way. It's a good one. I mean, God, you are full of surprises. And we thank you for all that you have done for us. We thank you for the times that we were down, that you lifted us up. We thank you for the times that we sinned and you forgave us. We thank you for the times that we strayed away and you guided us back. We thank you for the times we were depressed and you funded us. We thank you for the times we were sick and you healed us. We were hardened and you softened us. Father, we are grateful. Many have been lost, many are lost, but you have constantly found us. Father, we are thankful. We were sick emotionally, we were sick spiritually, we were sick physically. Maybe some of us are still sick. God, we are praying, and you please restore us, O God. As we start a new year, Father in heaven, I pray, God, that you help us continue to be faithful to you. For those who have, walked away from you spiritually, Father, I pray that this new year, God, that you will reconcile the lost back to you. This new year, we're going to give our best to you. We're going to be even more devoted to you personally. We're going to be devoted to you as a community. We're going to be devoted to you even as a family. We pray for our family members. Lord, we pray for our friends and our loved ones, those we cherish in our hearts, in our lives. We pray, oh God, that you please love them as well. Extend your love towards them. We pray for your church, God in heaven. We pray, Lord, that you please save us. We pray that you please restore us. We pray that you help us continue to grow in the direction that you have charted us to be. Father in heaven, God, we pray that you purify your church, oh God. of every form of impurities, from the leadership down to every single person in this church, Almighty Father. Thank you, Lord Almighty. We are grateful for hearing us. We are grateful for the new year to come, that no evil will befall any one of us, nor our family members. Lord, as we're going to spend the next few hours with ourselves, respectively in our homes, virtually, we pray that we're going to have a wonderful time, a time of encouragement, a time of fellowship, a time of uplifting. Oh God, in Jesus' mighty name we pray with thanksgiving. Amen. Amen and amen. So we're going to be opening up the chat rooms, and we're going to be having some time of fellowship.
Yeah,
And we have-
Rotimi,
Okay.
what if we leave the fellowship here rather than the room?
Okay, all right, fine, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's all
All right.
good, it's all good. We can just keep the vibe up.
Oh, yeah. Ella wants to share.
Oh yeah, Ella, come. Let us hear you. Give away your favorite cities. End of the year giveaway.
Hello, everybody.
Send forth package.
Ella, where is the parfait? I mean, where are the parfait?
Fridge.
And I'm gonna eat it all.
Come on, Jay.
She's shy. She's not to cry.
Are they leaving?
Ella, come. Ella.
Her hair is not made.
Don't
It's okay.
My room. I don't like this.
Use uncle's cap to cover your head.
It's small. Should I share? That what you guys want? Everybody, good evening.
The triplets.
Yes, this I'm sharing, right? Interrupting. That was what I'm supposed to do.
Yes.
I'll be talking now.
Oh yeah, now carry go.
Good evening, everybody. Honestly, this has been very, very touching. I did not really
now.
I'll be seeing them a lot. So it's not really as all of you are doing like this, I'm just wondering what's going on. Why is something like this? I feel it.
You don't understand the feeling.
I don't understand, that's true. But this has really encouraged me. Like, I know I'm not a good person. I don't even try. I don't even care. But I was not thinking that, hey, I think it's me now or more. What is different? See, nobody will share. So Diva will finish on time. Honestly, that is just me. But look, I just manage and share. Like, let me just leave my friend hanging. But that's all. So this has really, really encouraged me to like, next year, this is a, do you get to put in effort to be a better person, to be nicer? Do you get? But not that I'll be giving out free cake. Please, no, that's the limit. I beg. So that really, really encouraged me.
Ella, I'll be expecting mine. No, you wait.
How will you be nice if you don't give out free cake, Ella?
Please and thank you. Please don't expect anything. Thank you. I'm starting now. So honestly, this has been
we expect a lot. You're a better person in 2022.
If you bring money, I'll be nicer to you get. So I'm very, very grateful that the people that I have trained, Mr. and Mrs. Emme, that they can train you guys too. That you guys have had so much fun. You get, it's not easy, honestly. It was really, really tough breaking them and molding them into this. I'm just grateful that they were able to learn it.
Well done, Ella.
It's not easy. Bye.
Bye.
That's our trainer.
We don't even see Henry. We don't see Henry Blake lights.
Where's Henry?
That one, I'm actually trying to train that one. That is
you know, agree here training.
No, he doesn't. He did not want to agree. Actually, but I want to take him to military camp this 2022. We actually tried. I've tried my best.
Don't give up on him. Don't worry, he will turn around. I said, don't give up on Henry. He will turn around.
I'm not giving him up. I'm not giving him away.
He doesn't do gra-gra. He's Oyibo, doesn't do gra-gra.
That's it.
Yeah, cry.
Exactly.
Cry.
We try to get him to cry since so they don't want to cry. I don't understand.
Yes, tears in your
Please
eyes.
cry.
Eric cry well. This is our Arab money making
Cry, tears.
brother.
Tears.
They refuse to cry. We don't understand why.
We need the tears to flow so
They've been harassing me
we
since.
can end this on a grand scale.
They've been harassing me since.
And that Mrs. Emme. I told her not to go out, but she went out. I'm still trying to train that once. Like, where's her face? She's not here now.
Show us your face.
Used to go
That's
off and
it.
on.
This is Henry. Yeah.
They don't have light in Henry's place. Oh, she's around.
Hello.
Are they together?
No.
She just came back. Oh, she's back.
Where's Henry? Henry, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
All the Oyibo people are in one place. All the black people are.
Eric, you know, get lights.
All the white people are in one place.
I don't know. I just found
Now the same house on a day.
See the time she's coming
And
back.
you want to see me? What's the point? Everybody's in the same house.
See the time she's coming back.
See all of them. All the night.
Hey, Yaya, don't come. Oh. Yaya, don't come. Welcome. Oh.
Thank you.
Auntie, we miss you.
And there are 3 kids.
Yes.
Those people from Ikeja just arrived. The campus people have been here.
I told you, I'm the third.
Now so.
Auntie Rita,
Yes. Hi.
good evening.
Yes,
You don't.
It's Kevin.
I don't carry.
People will not get that, I don't go.
You.
People will not get that, I don't go.
Auntie, it's Kevin. Good evening.
Come, Dim, Pope.
Code is catching him. Code is killing him. Code is killing him there.
Just is doing you well. Don't worry, you'll soon be yellow.
Okay. Okay. I agree.
Camera don't blow. See us where they stay. Camera don't blow.
My friend